So the Cleveland Cavaliers escaped Game 2 with a victory to go up 2-0 in the series against the Miami Heat, pretty much sealing the deal. All they have to do now is win one game in Miami and this series is over, but I'm predicting a sweep because the Cavs are just dominating. Even when they don't play well, they win by double digits. This game really should have been a blowout. We got to see an electric second quarter featuring a cavalanche. I was sitting in Loudville and I did not realize they actually released fake snow. I saw it got posted to the Sports Center. It was dope, except for the fact that my seats were literally right in the line of fire. It was like getting in my eyes and my hair and everything, but nonetheless, the Cavs got the job done in this game. They overcame a disaster officiating performance by Tony Brothers. They missed a clear out of bounds call when Garland saved the ball before it touched the white line. They were very biased with the ticky-tack fouls. They called off a Donovan Mitchell 4-point play for no reason. It was just stupid at times. But hey, this is Cleveland. This is Cleveland against the world. And I think games like this, where the Cavs face some adversity, are ultimately good for them in the long run. They just went so cold in the third quarter, and there is not much you can do about that. Donovan Mitchell really stepped up and led the way, and Garland knocked down some big shots. He made some crazy moves that drew some oohs and ahs from the crowd. I do got to give a shout out to Tyler Hero because he was pretty nice in this game. He's a smooth player. He's automatic. I was not sure how Davion Mitchell was going to perform because he was too busy talking to the trolls in the Instagram DMs, but he was 7 for 9. He made some big shots, but ultimately, once again, the Cavs just had too much firepower, and I am feeling really good about where things are at. And in this video, I want to break down this game, what the Cavs did well, where they struggled, and so much more. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds. Plus, you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Also, with the NBA playoffs here and football around the corner, I have a special offer for you guys. I know tickets can be super expensive these days, so if you create an account with Vivid Seats, you can get $20 off any order of $200, which is basically what tickets go for anyways, by using promo code PREMIER20 at checkout. So go take advantage of that next time you get sports tickets. I put the link in my description, and I will also pin a comment. Again, that is code PREMIER20. Alright, so the Cavs took down the Miami Heat 121-112. This game was a blowout for all but 5 minutes, but the Heat did give us a run for their money. But the main reason for that was the Cavs went about 7 minutes straight without making a shot. It was nuts. And the Heat got all their momentum after the refs decided to wave off a Donovan Mitchell and 1-3 for no reason when I saw Wiggins get continuation for a layup when he hit 2 steps before he even gathered. It was clear what the refs wanted tonight. The NBA needed a close game because the east side of this playoff bracket has just been blowouts, and we might see 3 sweeps with how things are going right now. But this still was crazy, and we all brought out the ref you suck chants late in the fourth because this crew tonight deserved it. I thought Sam Merrill and Max Strus both were huge in this game. Max Strus opened up on fire out of the gate, and he continued to do what he does, and that is make the hustle plays. And then Sam Merrill knocked down a couple of big threes. One was in transition to finish off a cavalanche, and I've said it all season long, when Sam Merrill can knock down his threes, the Cavs can pretty much do anything offensively because the spacing is just top tier. And his defense is super underrated. I think he kind of gave himself a bad rep last year on that side of the floor, but now with Kenny Atkinson as the head coach, he has kind of renewed himself, and he uses his length to his advantage, which also is something that he didn't do last year. Max Strus scored 14 points with 6 assists and got 2 steals. He was 4 of 8, all on 3-point shots. I know Heat fans have to hate watching him hit shots on them, and the 6 assists was a big number because Strus always finds Mobley and Allen inside. He's very good at dishing the ball off and being unselfish, especially when those guys are cutting. And let's talk Ty Jerome because I thought it was ridiculous that he did not finish top 2 in the 6th Man of the Year race because he absolutely deserved to win it. I thought he had the best case overall. I don't care about what the Boston fan base says. Those guys are insufferable. I don't care about Pritchard's points per game average. Ty Jerome's stats per 36 minutes were way better. His efficiency was better. His plus minus was better. He was almost in the 50-40-90 club. And even though he kind of struggled tonight from the field going 2 for 8, he still was so impactful when he was on the court. Even after misses, he stole the ball, which led to points. And the Cavs went on runs when he was in the game. I also love what I've been seeing from Evan Mobley, and I've said it all along. If Mobley can stretch the floor, if he can consistently make threes, then the Cavs can win a championship, and he has been doing that. He was fantastic in the game, both offensively and defensively. I thought he could have been a bit more aggressive in those stretches where the offense was dry and shots were not going down. But anytime you can get 20 points out of Mobley on 10 shots, you will take it. That's a solid night with all things considered. And then Donovan Mitchell, like I mentioned, just went off. I know 30 points is just a good night for a superstar, but scoring 30 points on this team is actually not the easiest thing to do because so many guys need touches and shots, and you almost have to be selfish to put up huge scoring nights. But when there were anxious moments in the game, Donovan Mitchell took over and created his own shots, and he made enough of them to give the Cavs the boost they needed. Another guy that I have not talked about yet is DeAndre Hunter. He had 0 points in game 1, but it was actually fine because other guys were going off, and he barely attempted any shots. But tonight, he had 12 points and 3 rebounds. He was 4 of 10 from the field with a plus 12 plus minus, which is very solid for logging 23 minutes on the floor. And really, he was in the game for defensive purposes, and I thought he played his role well. So much better than having Karis LeVert and George Niang out there. It's not even close. Alright, looking at the final stats from this game, Donovan Mitchell, as I mentioned, he had 30 points in 35 minutes with 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Jared Allen played 30 minutes, he had 9 points and 8 rebounds with a steal and a block and an assist. Max Strus played 26 minutes, he had 14 points with 1 rebound, 6 assists, and 2 steals. He was making the hustle plays defensively. Evan Mobley played 34 minutes, which was the second most on the team. He had 20 points with 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. And then Darius Garland played 31 minutes and had 21 points with 2 rebounds and 9 assists, a near triple-double, and he was just so good tonight, even though his plus-minus was in the negative. In terms of the bench, Sam Merrill had 6 points on 2 of 4 shooting, he was plus 12. Ty Jerome had 6 points with 3 rebounds, he was plus 10, and then DeAndre Hunter had 12 points and 3 rebounds, and he was plus 12 as well. And then Okoro had 3 points, he made 1 in the corner. Dean Wade only logged 5 minutes and had no points, but he was plus 6, so I guess he impacted the game positively. And I just love how staggered the minutes are. I know the first round was probably going to be a sweep, or it was going to be Cavs in 5 all the way, so Kenny Atkinson probably hasn't felt any pressure to kind of squeeze the lineup and only play 8 guys, but I love this 9 to 10 man rotation. It keeps everyone's legs fresh, and there's just no need to trim it down just yet, and Kenny Atkinson knows those things. That's why he is such a great head coach. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this game in the comments below. There was a lot that went down, and now that the Cavs are going to Miami, let me know what you think is going to happen the rest of the series. I think it's going to be a sweep, but I do see a case where it is Cavs in 5, but just let me know. Here's what some of the guys had to say in their post-game interviews following this win.
That's why he's Donovan Mitchell. I mean, great leader right there. Made timely buckets and really carried us to that win in that fourth quarter. I think we kind of came to the game knowing it was going to be a full game. Kenny was preaching that the whole entire practice these past few days, and I feel like everyone was mentally ready. So when they threw that punch, I feel like everyone just locked in and knew what we had to do and executed down the stretch.
That's really all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also let me know what you'd like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.